Ravi and Cheryl, it is hard to believe it's been nearly 20 years since the tragedy. Tonight, we hear from people who lost loved ones, who witnessed what happened, and who helped ensure that this does not happen again. 2347 South Michigan Avenue, in the heart of the Motor Row Entertainment District, has been vacant for 20 years, last occupied by the E2 nightclub, the site of the deadly tragedy that claimed 21 lives. Deshand Ray died that night.
Where would he be? You never get past that.
The 24-year-old was the youngest son of Howard and Mary Ray. The aspiring entertainment promoter was at the club to make connections.
I just wish he could have lived his life.
In the early morning hours of Monday, February 17, 2003, E2 was packed with more than 1,000 people celebrating the President's Day weekend. The space was only designed to hold 240 people. When a security guard used pepper spray to break up a fight, hundreds of patrons rushed to the building's only exit, creating a stampede that jammed the stairwell.
You could not pull these people apart. They were so intertwined and trapped and stuck together.
Retired video journalist Ken Herzlich covered the tragedy.
It was up there with, in the top 5 of the horrific things that I've ever dealt with.
Months before the tragedy, a court order was issued to close the second floor of the nightclub for building violations.
Somebody didn't do the job. The building should have been shut down for repair at that particular time, but it was not.
The building's owners, Calvin Hollins Jr. and Dwayne Kiles, were charged with 21 counts of involuntary manslaughter, but were never convicted. Instead, they were found guilty of criminal contempt for violating that court order. Judy Friedland was the attorney for the City of Chicago's Buildings Department in 2003. She says following the tragedy, a comprehensive communication system was put in place to better ensure that court orders are followed.
Now, when there's a business closure, it gets reported to every department imaginable, especially police, fire. The alderman's office or alderperson's office gets noticed.
All these years later, the Rays still want justice for their son. They lost their wrongful death lawsuit against the city and have now filed a case in federal court. Theirs is the last known E2 lawsuit.
They're alleging that if the city had produced a full accounting of what was recorded by between 9 to 11 cameras, then they would have had a fuller picture of what actually happened.
As for the owners, Dwayne Kiles said through his attorney that he thinks about the victims and their families every day, going on to say, quote, "The city of Chicago has still not lived up to its obligations to the victims and their families to do things like erect a monument in their memory or to fully investigate and explain both the successes and failures of city personnel who were responsible for supervising and responding to the calls for help from the nightclub."
I say a prayer every night. He's in my prayer because, I'm hoping that God is looking over him.
We reached out to the city, but they declined to comment on the statement from Dwayne Kiles' attorney. And we reached out to Calvin Hollins Jr., who also declined to comment. In the past years, the Ray family helped organize memorial gatherings with other victims' families on the anniversary of the tragedy, but they haven't gotten together since the pandemic. And so far, Ravi and Cheryl, there is no memorial planned for this year. Just still so painful for those involved.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe to ABC7 Chicago Eyewitness News.